Hey guys, Justice Egan here, excited to cut this short video for you today and share a tip with you that will get you a follow-up 100% of the time with your exposures. You know, the other day I was talking to a student of mine and she mentioned that she was getting a lot of people saying they would watch a presentation. She was sending them a link to a video, and then when she'd follow up, she'd never get them on the phone, or she'd struggle to get them to watch the video. They'd keep putting it off. I haven't watched it yet, these sorts of things. Right? I remember when I struggled with that same kind of issue, and I was sitting there in a meeting and a question was asked. Nobody watches the presentation, or I can never get people to pick up the phone, and a guy by the name of David Angelo said, I get 100% of the people watching the video when I put them on it. And of course we all said, well, how do you do that? And this is exactly how he did it. And once I made this change in my exposure process, so much changed for me. So, the way I expose and the way I help people expose when they're working with me is by making appointments. The bottom line is, if someone says they're open to taking a look at information, well, I simply say, well, when can you carve out 20 or 30 minutes when you'll have time in front of your computer so I can share some information with you? Now, ideally, you want to do a one-on-one with someone, if you're building a network marketing company, but in today's day and age when you're reaching people across the world, that's not always an option. So if you're going to expose someone via video in front of the computer, ask them when they have 20, 30, 40 minutes, whatever time you need. And you can have their undivided attention, and they'll have access to your computer so that you can share some information with you. Now, why don't we say, so I can show you a presentation? Well, if you say, so I can show you a presentation, they'll simply say to you, well, send me the presentation. I'll watch it when I have a chance and I'll get back to you, right? When we use the phrase, so I can share some information with you, there's a moderate implication that we play a role in it, right? That we need to be present, right? Because I'm going to put you in front of your computer so I can share some information with you. I'm part of the process, okay? So by saying that, you now have an appointment, you now have someone set time aside for you to share this information with you. I follow up with that person, I get them in front of their computer, you still have that time set aside. 99 times out of 100 they're going to say yes. Okay, this is what I would like you to type into your internet browser, okay? Now this is the website bar up top, right? And I make sure that they type in the website. And then I ask them, what do you see? Now why do I ask this question? Because a lot of people are going to type what you tell them into Google, regardless of how clear the instructions you give them. And what they're going to see is a bunch of search results, right? So I want to ask them, what do they see? So I make sure they land on the website that I want them to land on. Once they identify for me what they see, okay, and I know they're on the right website, I ask them to turn the volume up, I ask them to press play on the video, and then I tell them to pause it for a moment so that the video has an opportunity to buffer. Okay, this way it'll play in its entirety while they're watching. Okay, then what I'll do is I'll go into a little bit of a setup. Okay, I'll explain to them, why I chose to get into the company, what I'm doing, why I made a change in my life, some of the problems I had, how excited I am, the fact that I'm taking this thing all the way, and then I'm going to share with them that, listen, they may or may not see right now what I see, but I wanted to make sure that I got to them and that I shared this with them. And, whether or not they're on board, it's okay, I'm going to the top, right? Then I'm going to ask them to press play, and I tell them, let's say your video is 14 minutes, 20 minutes, 23 minutes long. I'll say, listen, this video is X minutes long, I'll call you back in X minutes. Once I do that, I hang up the phone, they watch the video, I give them a call, and nobody in their right mind, after just speaking to you, is going to fail to pick up the phone. The best part about this is you get them fresh off the video, pick up the phone, you ask them what did they like best. They don't have an opportunity to go out and, read all the random website articles and things like that. They don't have an opportunity to come up with objections in their head. All they're doing is making an appointment with you, consuming the information, and then you get a follow-up 100% of the time. Now, what if someone won't make an appointment with you? Well, simply say, okay, well, if you have some free time in the future, I'd love to schedule that appointment. Well, what is it? Well, that's what I'd like to share with you. right? That's why I wanted to set an appointment. If you find some time frees up for you in the future, let's get together and I'll gladly show you what it is. Now, here's the power in not sharing that information with somebody, even if they're asking you to send them information so they can look at it in their own time, is you lose control of the process. Okay, and for as long as you don't explain, in great detail what it is, or you don't share that link so that they can watch it on their own time, for as long as you maintain that control, they'll always have to wonder what you're up to. Okay, that gives you the door to to follow up with them down the road and see if they're open to setting up that appointment again. So, a lot of people in the 100-day challenge were asking me to cut a video on this content because, I know that it really helped the student that I shared it with. It solved her problem, and hopefully it'll help you. If you found this valuable, make sure to comment below and share it with anybody that you feel could get value out of it. And also, I've been cranking out videos like this on a very regular basis, so you'll see a button pop up right now. If you like this kind of content, subscribe to my YouTube channel. And lastly, if you could use help with your marketing, if you could use great training, if you would like to know how to generate more leads for your business, I'm giving away my simple 5-step system to generating 20 to 25 leads a day online for your business. You can go to justiceegan.com/5 steps and grab that training. Again, hope you enjoyed this. Give me some feedback below, and I will be coming to you with more content very, very soon.